Day 74. Another day, another dive into the Dharmic flow. It's Saturday. I felt into my flow this past week, and there were some gems. There were some gems in creating more space in between the goals. I have been cramming so many things on top of each other, and I had set these goals to expand space the last few weeks, like expand the space. And the way I was conceptualizing it was that I would expand the pressure I'm putting on myself mentally, and yet I wasn't changing my structure of the day at all. I like flip-flop things around, but the amount of time I was spending doing these different things didn't really change. And towards the latter half of this week, I realized, like, if I'm going to expand the space mentally and create a release of pressure that I'm putting on myself, then I should do it in the day, like actually create more space in the day. And so the last few days, I'm still doing like 5 to 7 hours of deep focus work, where I'm either up at 5 and going till noon, or up at by 7 and going till noon, and just going deep into my Dharma, into one specific thing for that time, maybe 2. And I feel so much better after, because I went super deep into that area. Instead of splitting it up into like 3 or 4 different things, or 5 different things, or 7 different things in the 5 to 7 hour stretch, it's just one thing. And the amount that I've gotten accomplished in those stretches, there's just 5 to 7 hour stretches of staying focused on one thing, I've gotten more done in those areas in the last 3 months, in those last couple days, than I did in the last 3 months. So that's interesting. It's like the flow would be for me to pick a day for that thing. Say it's learning Touch Designer, that's Tuesday. It's Unreal Engine Day, that's Wednesday and Thursday. Ableton, it's Monday and Saturday. I want to get dialed on all my like vlogs and just talking to the camera and take it to a new level, and create a deeper approach with that. That's Sunday. Like, I gotta pick specific days for these things, and then leave the latter half of the days for the routine, the cooking meals, the working out, the getting into nature, the socializing, and create a proper balance with my life. Because it feels like, I've spent the last like 7 years trying to just do so much in the day, and it's hurt relationships with friends, it's hurt relationships with family, it's hurt relationships with myself. It's not been productive. It's not been efficient. It's been super stressful. It hasn't helped me accomplish any of the goals that I've wanted to accomplish, and it's created imbalance, which is funny, because in trying to balance all the things, I haven't balanced any of the things. And it's just the way that I approached it. It's not that you can't balance all the things, it's just trying to balance them all in a single day is impossible. If you have a handful of goals, which I do. And I've gotten that advice from just listening to successful people talk about how they structure their weeks and their months, is they always choose specific days to go deep on specific areas, instead of trying to do all the things in a single day. And I've just ignored it. And now I've actually applied it And the reason that it took me so long to apply it was that I had fear around not doing one of those things in the day and like having to push it off to the next day. Because I've also had issues with pushing things off. So it's this balance between, trusting myself and actually keeping my word. Like trusting myself that, hey, this is the day we're going to do this, and then actually doing it on that day. Because that's the game. It's like, okay, if I'm not going to do it today, if I'm not going to give it like an hour or 30 minutes of time today, then I have to give it that, 2 or 3 hours, because it compounds. It's like what I was doing was essentially splitting up the amount of time I want to spend on the thing in a week and doing it each day. And instead I could be doing it like visual art gets, instead of it being an hour a day for 7 days a week or 2 hours a day for 7 days a week, it's 7 hours a day for 2 days. And I just go deep into it. And treat it like a job, treat it like work for that day, because that's what it is. So yeah, we're figuring it out. We'll see. I still have to, pick the days and also be adaptable, because some things might need more time or want more time, and I have to be able to adapt and make sure that nothing slips or nothing gets less attention than I want to give it. And what I fear is that I might have to sacrifice some things, which I don't want to do, and I've had trouble doing in the past. Like, we'll see. I'm definitely not afraid to sacrifice like having social time, which has probably been not helpful for me. And I'm way too comfortable being alone. I don't have trouble sacrificing nature time, social time, and when the work gets heavy, I don't have any trouble sacrificing my music creation, which all those three things are like what gives my soul purpose here. So there's going to be some readjustment on how I keep a healthy balance moving forward. So yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's a Saturday. I'm not gonna cram too much on the day. We'll feel into what is calling the most, and we'll do it. And it's gonna be a good day. Much love. See you soon. Alrighty. Just got back from my first Uber trip in 5 years. I'm a part-time Uber driver now because I gotta balance my desires to make money on my own schedule and land these 3D gigs and build my portfolio. And it's tough. It's like simultaneously I'm grateful to have the opportunity to be able to make some money on my own time. And at the same time, it's like every second I'm spending doing it, it's like I wish I could be making art. I wish I could be creating. I wish I could be making music, designing 3D worlds. And it's just makes me think back about how much time I've spent not doing those things, and how much time I could have spent doing those things, and how much different my life would be if that had happened. And at the same time, I know that that is a lesson, and the lesson that it teaches me is to make art now. Do it now. Now is the perfect time. Now is the only time. Can't go backwards. Can only learn from it. And I've learned from it. And there's no point in really wallowing in it. Parts of me want to, be depressed about it, but it's really just a blessing to have the opportunity to still try. You know, I'm not 77. I'm 28. Got all the time in the world. 28-year-old me is blessed. 38-year-old me is telling 28-year-old me, you got plenty of time, go for it. 48-year-old me is looking at 28-year-old me and going, dude, you are so young. And every year after that, you know, it's like, I'm in the heyday, I'm in the peak. I haven't even peaked yet. That's all besides the point. The point is that this is the world I've created, you know. Could have spent more time and I didn't, and now this is where we're at. And the fastest way to get out of it is to spend more time doing what I know will get me out of it. The faster I learn that lesson, the faster I'm out of it, you know. So we're showing up. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna keep moving forward. I stayed out a little too late driving, but made some money, so time to go to sleep, start this whole flow over again. See you soon. Much love.